Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Hello, everybody. I don't know what we're playing. Honestly, like I'm starting to get burned out from Baldur's Gate again. Um, DeForest, dude, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much, man. So, what do you guys want to do tonight? What do we want to talk about? Your cat's filthy vomit chunks looking sharp. I look like shit, bud. Look like shit. Do you guys think the up close is better, or should I zoom it out? Give me a second. Switching monitor sources here. Zoom it out. Zoom out. Marathon today, dude. I see Ninja quit marathon already, and like if Ninja's quitting stuff, I'm most definitely gonna quit stuff, man. Like I am Captain fucking show me the door. Nicole Gamer. I'm unsure. Like I'm not the nerds manager. I'll tell you that. Like I don't know. I don't know what the locale stuff is. Ashala Bacon, wings, thoughts on heart disease. Dude, Ashala Bacon, we know you're Matumba, dude. Like, I don't know why you flipped on me like that. I've never done nothing but be nice to you. But it is what it is. Thoughts on the goat, the best person? Oat. He's probably asleep. Have I played GTA games before? The last GTA game I played was Vice City on the PlayStation 2. And I enjoyed Vice City. But like, I don't think Rockstar Games have gotten any better since Vice City. Like when you go and play like the new GTAs, they feel exactly like Vice City and they're antiquated as hell. That's like sitting around and playing like an old RPG from like the gold box era where like you got to use like the cursors on screen to like move your character forward or go left or right. Like just imagine if like Legend of Grimrock decided to keep it so like you had to use the mouse to move and not like the keyboard at all. That's what a Rockstar game feels like to me. Like they have good content, they're very well made, they're very well crafted. Lots of love is put into them. I can never get past the controls. Thoughts on the Big Arch? You tried it yet? It's like $11. I haven't tried it. I heard good things about it. I have tried the Big Arch. Um, I don't like it. I mean, my first experience, I don't like it. It to me like a McDonald's burger that's not the Big Mac, right? Needs ketchup. And the Big Arch doesn't have ketchup. It has this like odd tasting sauce that isn't quite Big Mac sauce, isn't quite savory. So like I have huge trouble like enjoying the palate of the Big Arch because of the sauce itself and the fact that it just tastes like lettuce and onions on two pieces of quarter pounder meat. Like I don't even order lettuce on my quarter pounder. Like I usually just get extra ketchup, right? So every time I eat the Big Arch or try the Big Arch, I either want a Big Mac or I want a quarter pounder, and it's not the best of both worlds. That's my personal opinion. Like I see some people like Keemstar made a post saying like, "Oh, he's ate a Big Arch every day for the last 3 days." Why? What kind of Donald Trump ass shit are you on there? Because that shit sucks. Like there's like to me going to McDonald's, the quarter pounder still king, and like if you don't get the quarter pounder, you got to get the Big Mac. Like the like I like the fact that they're trying something new, but I would have preferred the Big Arch if it was just a Big Mac with quarter pounder patties, right? And if that's the case, it would be the Big Mac from the fucking 90s. Does McDonald's take hugs? They do not take hugs. They want $8 to $12 from your big pimp every time he rolls the fucking boss through there. When will I do IRL streams? Never. Like most likely never, dude. Like I'm not physically capable of like carrying the camera equipment and walking around for long periods of time. And I don't want to risk like people putting guns in my face and harassing me and shit like that. Cause like what's gonna happen is like I'll either get the cops called on me or I'll have somebody drive by and throw something at me. That's the two outcomes. That's it. What does Amelia eat McDonald's every day? I've been to Keemstar's like stomping grounds, and let me tell you, they ain't fuck shit there, right? Like, if you want McDonald's, you got to drive 45 minutes. So like, Big K over here been driving 45 minutes to get that fucking big arch. So Keem's been driving a bit to get there. And everything else around him that's actual food that you don't have to prepare yourself is either like a bar or like a sit down restaurant. Like, and when I say sit down restaurants, like that hole in the wall mom and pop sit down restaurant. There's nothing in upstate New York. Absolutely nothing but like windmills and fucking hairpin turns and horse shit. Lots and lots of horse shit. You might not know this, but Keem lives right at the base of like Amish country. So like when you're driving up there, you got to deal with like horse and buggy in the road. And the horses just take a big old fat shit right on the road. It's like, good Lord. Keem isn't Butler rich. I beg to differ. Keem is Butler rich. Keem is just cheap. Like Keem is one of the cheapest motherfuckers you'll ever meet. Like he's not as cheap as me, but comparatively he is for like the level of income difference. Yeah, he's very much cheap. Did I ride a horse and buggy? I did not. I don't try to put creatures through that kind of punishment. Like what I ended up doing is I went to like this Amish store and I bought my hat. You guys seen the hat, the little straw hat that I have. I bought an Amish hat like that because they were selling like their hats that they make and stuff like that. And I seen like this young Amish man with his like beard, you know how they don't have the mustache and shit like that. He stared at me and my fat ass stared right back at him. We were both just flabbergasted at what we were looking at. He had never seen a man in the state that I live in, right? With all the girth and the fatness. And I never seen a motherfucker that couldn't read past the third grade level. So like we were both just staring each other down, just like taking it in. Red face, I'm gonna send you a message privately, man. On the normal where I message you. First time encountering a pimp. Shit. Dude, I bought Kelly a doll, which I don't know where it is right now, top of my head, and she's asleep. This is me telling me I'm not gonna go get it. We call it Amish Annie, because like they make dolls without faces up there. I worked graveyard shift most of my fucking life. Like before I even started YouTube, I was on the graveyard shift. Like that's why my circadian rhythm is set up to like I need to be up and awake at night. Like I get sleepy when daylight's out and I feel run down, but like as soon as like nighttime comes out and that night cool crisp air comes, it's like, "Oh, I'm alive." I have the complete opposite circadian rhythm. That's why I'm always struggling with my sleep pattern because I want to be up during the day, but I'm never up during the day. Well, I'd rather grow up Amish or Mormon. I'm gonna go with Mormon. Mormon at least has electricity and toilets inside the house. Have I ever been on a roller coaster when I was a young man? Yeah, I went on the Hurricane right before the pavilion shut down, which is a theme park that was right here in Myrtle Beach for a while. Let's see what else we got here. No face on Amish dolls. Been on the graveyard shift for 2 years. You will. You think you will pick up the Steam machine when it releases? Super Toaster. My issue with like the Steam machine is like to fully grasp or like get the most value out of a console like the Steam machine. You got to go places, right? Everywhere I go, I'm either driving or like having to wait like 20 minutes. There's never a time I have to sit around and wait for like 2 hours anywhere I go for the most part. And if that's the case, I usually just bring the Switch with me. And like, yeah, it's like, oh, but the Switch too, and all this. The Switch does everything I need it to do. It plays the games I want. I got Skyrim on it. I got Dark Souls. I got, Breath of the Wild. Like those three games right there by themselves will, preoccupy me for like an hour. Right between Skyrim and Dark Souls by themselves, that's almost unlimited play time that you could play if you just want to kill time. So like, I don't see a reason to upgrade or to spend that kind of money getting a device that can play higher games at better quality or whatever it might be because I don't care. Right? I play the same shit over and over and over again. I don't really need to constantly be upgrading. Like there is a chance like, oh, if I went to the Switch 2, I could get the new From Software game. But am I going to sit here and play the new From Software game on like a small screen? I don't really want to do that. Right. I mean, but like I have I have a whole setup here, man. Like I don't really need a machine that hooks into the TV. Like if you want to be like, let's look over here. If you look over there, I got an extra PlayStation 5 I could hook up to my TV that I don't even do. Like I could take that and move it into like my TV room and play like Baldur's Gate in there, and I just don't do it. I don't know why. Hold my hand, dude. Thank you for the $15. Appreciate the love, man. Yeah, I got a PS5 Pro. That's what I play on. PS5 Pro. Dog, I wish I was hard while working. Dog, I haven't got like a proper hard on in so fucking long. Like I forgot what they feel like. I remember that shit used to be the banging, dog. But fucking testosterone will fuck you up too, though. Make you make bad choices. I see that shit all the time in the local Discord. Thank you so much, Hold My Nan. Thank you for the thing as well. Dude. You're telling me thank you, and you're the one giving me money. Thank you, dude. What's up, Polaroid? Holla Rage. Hey, Cat Scratch. Dave is beastly 2024. What happened? Did you stop being beastly in 2025, Dave? Could Legoat break the record for most Call of Duty wins? Dude, that guy loves fucking Legoat. I have no clue why. Like, it's a love-hate relationship with that man. I'm as good as I possibly can be. As good as I possibly can be. What up, HK? Anybody got any more questions? There's no reason to ban people right now. Have I ever played Bioshock? As I have the Bioshock 2 plushie right there. Is that why you asked the question? Yeah, I've played Bioshock. I've actually platinumed all the Bioshocks at some point or another. I've got all the Bioshocks platinum. I platinum Infinite on PS3. I platinumed Bioshock 2 on the PlayStation 4. I didn't do it on the PS3. I tried to on the PS3, but they have like a bunch of multiplayer trophies that nobody fucking plays anymore. Like there's just nobody playing the Bioshock 2 multiplayer on the PS3. And I also platinumed it on the PS3 as well. Like which is funny enough. Like I platinumed Bioshock 1 and I did all my Bioshock 1 playing during a depressed period of my life. And I had a guy named Timo that actually let me like game share Bioshock because like that was the year I made like $9,000 and I couldn't afford to go like out and buy games at all. Like not like right now where I kind of bullshit and don't buy games. Like then I couldn't just afford games. Like it came down to like, oh, do I make the house payment or do I go buy a $10 game at fucking GameStop? So Timo game shared me Bioshock and I sat there and I played Bioshock like 4 or 5 fucking times and I platinumed it. You can never get into Infinite. The key to getting into Infinite is playing around with the salt. What are they called there? They're not called plasmids. They're called, I forgot what they're called. But you got to use the magic spells like Return to Sender. There's the one with like the tentacle lash where like you pull people in. There's Possession. There's Devil's Kiss. Devil's Kiss and Ravens are very good. Like working and playing with the combos is the way to play that. Like you won't get into Bioshock Infinite if you treat it just like a first-person shooter where like you just use the guns to kill people. You got to use the magic powers. What game are you playing tonight, bro? Have you ever played Kingdom Come Deliverance? I have played Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I wasn't good at it. Like to me, like I was so scared of combat in that game because like I was not good at the combat in that game. I remember one of the highlights of me streaming it back when it first came out was like I got ambushed by like 3 bandits on the road and I had no clue how to fucking fight them. I was like running from them and shit like that because I knew they'd just beat my ass if I tried to stand up to them. And I swung and hit one right in the head and I critically hit him and it was like I beat somebody. Didn't even get eluded, but that was like my first kill. It's like I love watching people play Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like, oh man, I watch a guy named Gopher, Gopher. He has a really good Kingdom Come Deliverance hardcore run. There's also a guy named like Hellcat, I think his name, or something similar to that. He does like stupid fucking like Kingdom Come Deliverance things. And he always makes these fun like little noises when he stealth kills people. I'm like, dog, if I ever do another Let's Play, I'm gonna do that. Where like you make like a squeaky shark noise, like every time you kill somebody, like that's cool. Do you remember the time that General Shepard betrayed Roach and Ghost? I do. That was the prime YouTube days for Jordy. Here's the issue with me getting any kind of new wrestling games, HK. I don't know any of the new wrestlers. Like, and like, there's no connection there. Like, part of like watching wrestling or playing wrestling games was the connection. Like, the last wrestling games that were like literally like good wrestling games and people that I knew growing up was like Bring the Pain and like SmackDown or Shut Your Mouth, I think it is. Like those 2 games are like the pinnacle of like in my experience wrestling. That's even including like No Mercy and WCW NWO Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, that kind of stuff. Those old like games that people hold to a super high standard. I loved Bring the Pain. Bring the Pain might have been the best wrestling game ever made. But like, I don't know the new guys, and I tried the 2K series one time because I was supposed to play it with this guy named Chris Katera. He's a former like WWE wrestler, and we were supposed to make a series with it together. And I bought the game, and I'm like, dog, this isn't that good. I don't like this. Is it Here Comes the Pain? Oh, you talking about the guy with the cum cavern? Like, did I tell the story where I went on a delivery and I came back and like one of the assistant managers and a driver was fucking in the office? I think I've told that one. I don't really have a whole lot of stories that aren't just like quick one-offs. There's a prank somebody played on me while I was working pizza delivery. We had this girl. We're gonna call her Beth. Her name wasn't Beth, but we're gonna call her Beth. Beth was not very attractive. She was not a very attractive lady. She smoked like LMN cigarettes. She had greasy hair. She was like 5'3", and she was kind of heavy set. And she got the job because, like, at the time, one of the assistant managers hooked her up. Well, Beth had like 2 or 3 kids and a live-in boyfriend that didn't work at all. Like, he didn't make any kind of money whatsoever. Didn't pick up paper or trash or even aluminum cans to turn in. Zero income coming in. Just making babies with Beth and living in Beth's house, which Beth lived in her parents' house, which it was that kind of situation. It was basically white trash TV. So the whole thing about Beth is like everybody started telling her that I liked her. And like I wanted to date her and stuff like that. And it got to the point where like her boyfriend wanted to fight me over it. Because this came out of nowhere with me, right? I didn't know anybody was going behind my back saying like, "Oh, Jordy likes you," blah 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 blah. So this guy shows up while I'm at work wanting to fight me, and I'm like, "What? Huh?" I'm looking like Darkside Phil here, and I quickly diffused the situation. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, homeboy. Somebody's lying to you. And then I get approached later that night while Beth's working, and she wants to date me. And I'm like, oh shit. I had to laugh in her fucking face. Like, hell no, I ain't trying to date you, ho. What the fuck you on about? Dog. See, that's not that great of a story. That's why I never told it before. But like, that did happen. I had like my buddy Danny at the time had like told other people that I liked them when I didn't really like them because he knew that I found that kind of situation disgusting. Bluegrass says, how do you always complain about making less than minimum wage when you don't work minimum hours? How do you deserve to make blah, 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 blah. Bluegrass, generally like the income issue is one, I want to make a certain amount of income. It is what it is. And like one of the perks of this job to me is not having to work a full 8-hour day, right? That's one of the perks of this job, that you don't have to work the full 8 hours. But a lot of the money complaints that you see me have, you should sweep them under the fucking rug. Not me trying to say like, oh, just ignore them. It's just me being a baby back bitch. Generally that comes out when I don't feel like I want to be here. Like when people start getting under my skin and like they start asking the same tired questions and they start fucking with me and shit like that. And it's like, oh, okay. And like in my head, like you got to make at least this money, Jordy, because you got to stay here and you got to suffer through it. But also I'm all like, well, let's just fucking get off and come back later. right? But I'm always that second one. I'm always afraid that YouTube's going to fuck me with the algorithm, like that if I come back later, nobody's going to show up. Like today, I didn't expect people to show up. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, I don't want to play Baldur's Gate 3, but I don't want to sit here in the dark for 3 or 4 hours till Kelly gets up. So like, it's a communication problem. Well, it's a rule that you don't. Well, Aurora, if your friend wants to be unbanned, you can go to the Discord in the link, go to the unbanned section and request an unban. But I've always had a rule that anybody that has my picture on their Facebook profile is an on-site ban, because most of the time people that do that are generally the bad people. You complain about not growing your channel, but you only stream an hour at a time. You have a bad attitude, not even motivated monetarily. You need to put time in. I mean, like, I understand what you're saying, but like, if I had to sit here and do this 8 hours a day, I wouldn't want to do it. Like, it's one thing if I came here and everybody was happy to see me and we're having a good time and we got a community going and everybody's creating. That's not the experience I get, Bluegrass. The experience I get is like, there's like 15 people here that really like me, and then there's a bunch of people like you that just want to sit here and ask borderline questions to make me look bad. See, like Noah guy gets it. He gets it. And like I one of the things when I'm irritated, I fail to like rationalize is that not everybody's first experience is the entire stream. Most people come here, ask something that's been asked 1,500 times and don't know. They just don't know. Hey, Gas Giant, you could have a superpower and it would be, and why? Oh man, superpower. Well, the very first one I think about, they always say that the first answer that pops in your head is usually the correct answer. And the first answer popped in my head is going invisible. Right? But like, why would I want to go invisible? Everything about going invisible is doing nefarious shit that I wouldn't actually do anyway. Like, what's the perks of being invisible? Like, you can take shit without somebody being there. You could be a very good private detective. Like, you just stand in people's fucking house and just like take notes and shit like that. Like, you could be a sideshow attraction, but like, that wouldn't be a very fun superpower, right? Like, unless you wanted to be nefarious, like, what you doing up?
Remember, I'm going to.
Oh, you did your volunteer stuff?
Yeah. Exactly. If I wouldn't have promised I'd go,
you'd be asleep in your bed all warm.
100%. You want to hear the worst part?
What's that?
You know how long I gotta be there?
No. Till 12. That's a full day of work.
I know. They said these shifts were like going to be 4 hours max.
That's more than 4. They lied to me. If you got to be there at what time? 4:45. So that's basically a full day of work.
Which basically I have to park one place and then walk like half a mile to a mile to where I need to be. Which is why I got to leave.
Time control is. I didn't even realize that was on the table. Being able to control time, like moving time forward and backward. That's the superpower I'd want, right? Because like you could literally, like you. Well, first off, you're already rich, right? All you got to do is like watch an inning of a game and then go back and parlay whatever happened in that inning. Because like gambling now, like you could bet on pitches are going to be balls or strikes. Like there's a pitcher that's in trouble right now for throwing balls to help his friends out making money. But like, yeah, you could easily parlay that into big riches. Like I understand that eventually nobody will let you gamble. Nobody will take your action. And you'd run dry on that. But even then, like you could wait a day, see what the stock market does, come back and buy that stock or sell that stock or whatever you want to do. Like money be no issue with time, with like being able to manipulate time. And then you could do it for cash. They won't remember it, but like, yeah, like, oh, you got in a wreck. You want me to stop you from getting in the wreck? Give me $1,000. Hey, Nan, dude, thank you so much. Nan throwing the big scratch today. Nan has dropped $38 on us today. Thank you, Hold My Nan. Kelly, Hold My Nan said hello. But so you maybe just slow time. See, like, so you're saying like just take the time and just slow it down. That would be good as well. Like, you'd be the best baseball player in the fucking planet, right? Like, you could just take the ball and put it anywhere you want it on the field because, like, right at the point of thing, you could kind of tell what the pitch is coming, what pitch is there. Um, you could be the best NFL runner ever, even if you're out of shape, because like you could stop time and read defense or slow the defense down. Like, you make a lot of money with slow time too. You're the best sleight of hand guy on the fucking planet. RTU's burrito eating brother. Thank you for the dollar. What it hold up. You say any random betting sites worth a shit. No self promoting shit. I'm low key losing my job and making an extra $20 betting on Kanye is tempting as fuck right now. Here's the thing, right? And this is not me trying to instigate or like talk down to anybody. But why risk $20 to make $20? That's not something that's almost a guarantee. Because like in my head, and I'm gonna take this to fast food because I'm a fat shit. $20 buys like half a McDonald's meal. So like, what are you gonna do with $20 that you normally wouldn't do? Besides bills, I can live on $50 a week. I think most people could. Scared money don't make no money. Yeah, but brave money lose money too. That's even worse, bud. That's even worse. So you saying your large quarter meal is 15.69. So like 120 is basically feeding yourself a lunch. Dog, there's been many a day I've went to McDonald's and spent $30 between feeding me, Kelly, and sometimes getting the dog something. Because Bailey loves chicken nuggets. She loves her some chicken nuggets. You can't grow a channel like this. Yeah, I didn't do this stream to grow a channel. I did this stream to kind of just sit around and talk to people. That's my goal with this stream, was sit around and talk to people. Favorite sauce from McDonald's? Hot mustard. Hot mustard and sweet and sour. One, two, three. What game you want to see me play? I don't know why this has triggered me, Aurora, but like when you said the $20, it made me think of this girl I took on a date one time. What are you doing, Bailey? She had one of those bum ass boyfriends that kind of lived on her, and she spent her last $20 to buy him a Burger King meal, and he complained about it having like tomatoes on it. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back, that he complained that he had tomatoes on his Whopper that she just bought him. And that's what decided to make her break up with him. And I don't know why I'm telling you this. It's just a story that I got from a girl as we were sitting here trying to talk. Well, this was a while back. This is like 15 years ago. This story. So $20 got Burger King for two people easily back in the day. Like this is like 2009, 2010. Stacy's son says, I've been following Wings for a decade now and I'm only 25. Yeah, I've been doing this for 18 years. 18 years. I remember when fucking one of my biggest haters was Eight Thoughts. Eight Thoughts used to come into my chat and hate every fucking day. This is before he had a YouTube channel. And he told me that this isn't sustainable for any long period of time. This is when I was on like year 2 or 3. Here I am on year 18. Dog, if I only had $20 and I'm going to eat one last time and it had to be fast food, it would definitely not be fucking McDonald's. Especially not current McDonald's. Hey, BRS, welcome to the Hoodlums. Dude, I'm a fan of Woody still. I hate the fact that I fucked up the Woody friendship. I hate that fact. Which is sad because like I don't even want to be friends with Woody because of opportunities Woody gives me. I just want to be friends with Woody because I like Woody, right? And it's like I like talking to him. I like his personality. I like his wisdom. But like mine and his personalities kind of clash because I'm hard headed, right? I'm hard headed and I trust myself more than I trust others. So like it kind of fucks with me. Stacy's son from Washington, D.C. from the Sean Ranklin days. Dude, I remember being so upset in the Sean Ranklin days. Like, I thought life was so fucking unfair. I would kill motherfuckers to have the Sean Ranklin days back. All you did was make fucking videos of me, like, losing in God of War. Shit, bring that on. Bring that on. I react to them motherfuckers now. But that's the way it is. Every time everything feels like the worst possible thing that you could actually ever go into in the moment. This can't get no worse. Oh, fuck yes, it can. Fuck yes, it can. You think if I ever played Creator Kings, it would be my favorite game. It's on console. Possibly. Isn't that one like an RTS, like a real-time strategy game? I've apologized to Woody multiple times. I've even sent him apology text that got my shit got on red. He probably blocked my number, to be perfectly honest. I was not so much like, I wouldn't call it friends, but acquaintances with Minnesota Burns as I was with Chaos Silencer. And Chaos Silencer did a podcast with Burns, and I got invited on the podcast 2 or 3 times. Like that's that, right? I was more of an acquaintance with Jimmy and not Burns. Have you ever seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul? Yes. Hypothetically, if you're final circle in Red Sec and you can only save either Legoat or Spaceman, who you saving? I'm saving Legoat. Like I love Spaceman to death, but Legoat got the gun skill. like if Spaceman's the last alive, our chances of winning sit at like 10%. If Legoat's the last alive, we still got a 50% chance of winning. Like that's where it is. I don't honestly, I haven't followed Chaos Silencer very much since like 2012. I've seen some of his videos the other day, and it seems like he's doing a lot of tier lists. Like he'll be like, these are the greatest Call of Duties of the last decade. And then he'll do like a tier list, and those are the type of videos he makes now, which is fine. You know, it's you got to have a niche. Like, oh, what the hell are you doing up at 3 o'clock in the morning? What's up, Perry? Perry, can you add me on Discord? Stacy's son, if you want to play Battlefield with me, you got to play Red Set because I don't fucking touch the regular game no more. Like, the only thing I play is Red Sec, and right now, like, I'm not against playing Red Sec, but I'm kind of waiting for rank mode. What happened to Chaos Math? I don't know, man. Like, I loved Chaos Math, and he hated the fact I called him Mr. Chaos Math all the time. Chaos Math was a really good friend to me. Like, he loaned me music. He sent me cake pops every year for a while for my birthday. And like, I don't know, I really, really enjoyed my friendship with Chaos Math. I almost called him by his real name. Like, I tend to talk to people in their real names and not their screen names, unless I'm on screen, because I feel like it's disrespectful to call somebody Wings when I know them on a more personal level. Right? Like, I don't call Boogie Boogie unless I'm on stream, right? I don't go, "Hey Boogie." You know, I just don't do that. I call him by his real name. But like, I don't know, like, he got busy with work and he kind of like moved on from like the YouTube scene, and I haven't talked to him in probably 10 years now. Have you checked out Armored Core 6? I have not played Armored Core 6, mainly because like I don't want to be disappointed by it, because I didn't play any of the other Armored Cores either. And the only reason I'd buy Armored Core 6 is because I like Dark Souls. And I know in my heart Armored Core 6 isn't Dark Souls. Like, it's a completely different style of game. It's a game where like you get like a Gundam and you like change your weapons and cannons and you go around and like destroy like that. Like, if it was like a Gundam in like a Dark Souls type world, I'd probably play it. I ain't fucking with you. But I know it's not that. It's a fast paced like action game. And like, I didn't think it'd be for me. What kind of music do you generally like, genre-wise and artist-wise? Generally curious because I saw a video of you rapping Eminem ages ago, but I don't know any kind of stuff. At this point in my life, at almost 40, I listen mainly to country folk. Like, I listen to a lot of Benjamin Todd. I listen a lot of Turnpike Troubadours, Jason Isbell. Listen to a lot of Zach Bryan, John Prine, Sturgill Simpson. That kind of era of music, right? The real folky country stuff. Watch Mandolin Orange is another band that's kind of more folky that I listen to. Corey in the House is similar to Dark Souls. I don't even know what Corey in the House's gameplay looks like. That'd be dope as fuck if it was a Dark Souls clone. But like, I still listen to rap, but I listen to mainly like rhyme sayers people. Like, I listen like a lot of fucking R.A. the Rugged Band, Brother Ali. I listen to Wu-Tang Clan. I listen to Run the Jewels. But I don't listen to rap as often as I listen to country folk. But I still do like rap because I'm a bass head. Like, I love fucking bass in everything I do. Like, if you have a bass guitar and a fucking harmonica, I'm gonna like your motherfucking song. It's just what it is. See, I was never a Project Pat kind of guy. Like, when it went to like the early 2000s, like Dirty South rap, I was more of a Slim Thug, fucking Paul Wall, Mike Jones, that kind of shit, right? Like Little John and the East Side Boys. Like, that's the shit I fucked with back in the Dirty South rap. T.I. I didn't fuck with like Project Pat. I didn't fuck with like Gucci Mane or what was that other guy that came from D4L? Shoddy Low. Like, I think Shoddy Low made the worst fucking album of all time with like Pax in the City. Yeah, Wax and Herbal Tea, fucking Boy Big Wax. I don't know who Doctor Octagon is. World of Warcraft isn't proper fantasy. More horrible rivals have killed the world. I was watching a guy yesterday, and he was playing he was playing Fallout New Vegas. I don't know if it was Final Fantasy. He was playing Fallout New Vegas, and I go, hey, you play a lot of Dragon Age Origins, you play a lot of Fallout. Have you thought about playing Baldur's Gate 3? Because I legitimately, I like watching him play games, and I thought, okay, he might like Baldur's Gate 3. Apparently, he does not like Baldur's Gate 3 because it's turn-based. And he went off on my bitch ass. That's besides the point. But he said something that's been puzzling me. He stated that Obsidian did a shit job on Fallout New Vegas, and that they didn't finish any DLC past Dead Money, and Bethesda did Honest Hearts, Lonesome Road, and Old World Blues because Obsidian refused to do so. And like, I've never heard that before. Is that true? Because like I'm almost certain Chris Avalon, which worked for Obsidian at the time, was the director on all those DLCs. I don't understand why AC Bailey doesn't grow. Like, he's sat at 100,000 subscribers for 2 decades now. Do I think I'll get 1,000,000 subscribers one day? No. I might hit 500,000 in like 10 years from now. Like, I gained like 200 I gained like 200 subs a month. So that's what, a couple thousand a year. So like in another 10 years, I might hit 500,000. I'm more entertained than RTU. Well, damn, RTU slander right out the rip. They're a bit unfinished, but Obsidian only had such a small time. But that's my understanding. Like, he said, they're slandering Obsidian. Like, Obsidian's never made a good game. I'm like, dog, Obsidian is the king of the sequel. They made Neverwinter Nights 2. They made Fallout New Vegas. They made Dungeon Siege 3. All these were fucking phenomenal games, right? Obsidian's best when they take another project's assets and they make a game out of them, right? Like, if you have a world, like if Obsidian did like a Horizon Zero Dawn like reboot, it'd be fire, right? I know that's Sony versus and Obsidian's owned by Microsoft now, but like, sadly, like their own IPs tend to fall flat. Like, I liked Pillars of Eternity, but I didn't like the Outer Worlds that much. I hate to say it, they need to remake Fallout 1 and 2 inside the Fallout 4 engine officially. See what Noah said. Well, the thing with RTU is RTU got 1,000,000 sub channel by making long form content. I don't do long form content. Like, unless I start making long form content, I'm never going to grow on YouTube. Because like, live streams don't do it. Why are people going to be mad about remaking? Like, I don't really care about remakes as much as I want to be able to play the game on my current console. That's where I'm at usually. Like, I don't want to on my current console, I want to be able to play like Fallout 3. I'd love to go through Fallout 3 again and have all the trophies and stuff like that and play it in 4K. I'll pay money for that. Because it sucks having to like hook up a PS3. Because like, especially how. Oh God, you scared the shit out of me.
Bye, love you.
I thought somebody was about to run up on me, and I got caught
we have
lacking.
random people just running up in the house.
Yeah, the dog ain't barking nothing.
Yeah, that just random people.
Like she's over there. The dog ain't barking nothing.
All right, love you.
Love you, baby.
I'll be home eventually.
V Stuns. Send me your Lyrian. We'll play Baldur's Gate 3. Did you ever play Call of Duty Final Fronts on PS2? No, I didn't. My first Call of Duty game was actually on PS3. It was Call of Duty 4. What game consumed me the most? Diablo 2. Diablo 2 and Rainbow Six are the answer to that question. Like those two games consumed my life. And like Rainbow Six was more so like I was terrible at it. Like generally every first person shooter I play, I'm competent at it. Like I can hold my own. I'm good. It's whatever. The skill transfers over every fucking year. Not fucking Rainbow Six, which I don't think I'm competent at it now, but like Rainbow Six is a whole different animal. It is the Dark Souls of shooter games. Like to be good at Rainbow Six, you have to learn how to be good at Rainbow Six. See ya, Roar. Would you ever play old Resident Evil games like 1 and 2? I know you played the new one. I did a whole Let's Play on Resident Evil 2 when it had its 25th anniversary. No, its 20th anniversary. It went over pretty well. I don't think I own Resident Evil 2 anymore. I've played Resident Evil 1 multiple times on stream. That and the remake. Yeah, R6 is nothing but cheaters now. Like it's people being superhuman with cheats and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, this is not fun. Like I play the level of Rainbow I have to play in is if you step back at the wrong time, you're headshot. It's like, okay. I don't own any Mario games. Like we could pop over here. Let's see. You have a headache, Ian? Well, thank you for the $2. Appreciate the love. Sorry you have a headache. So if we kick over here. Like this is what I have. I got the demo of Reanimal installed. Played a little bit of that. Hey, you're welcome, piece of cake, Jake. You didn't ask the question. I platinumed that beast ass game right there. Pause and clean Japan. Ain't nobody got that platinum. Honestly, I rarely played Battlefield 6 off stream. Like almost everybody's like, "Oh, you don't stream that often?" Almost all 600 hours of fucking, I would say 520 hours of the 600 hours of Battlefield 6 I did on stream. There's supposed to be DLC coming for this game. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I have Monster Hunter World. I didn't like Monster Hunter World. Not the game for me. Hello, pal. We're getting into the games I haven't played in forever. Where is my Monster Hunter World? Oops. Yeah, right there. Monster Hunter World. This was I don't know where this came from. This might have been like a PlayStation Plus game or something. Well, oh, Resident Evil Requiem? I haven't finished it. I mean, it's way better than 7 and 8. Like it's probably the best survival horror one they've gotten since Resident Evil 3. I don't know. I like the Resident Evils where like the backgrounds are hand drawn and shit like that. Have you played Space Marine 2? I have not. Stuns plays. All right, let me go and add you. I'm just jumping on here to add him on Lyrian. More streams of Jaffe, please. I feel like I irritate him every time I go in there because I'm such a big personality when I have people to talk to, and I kind of control the conversation. And like I was unhappy with my sound. I had my vocals way too low yesterday, so like I was lower than everybody else. But like I don't want to ruin my friendship with Jaffe because I enjoy his input. See, where's it at? Stun. Z play. All right, there you go. When did you say why would I say I hated nerds? I hated being the manager of nerds because like I don't want to be the idea guy, right? Like I'm cool if I could put some ideas forth, but like to every day the show happens, I have to like set up donation goals and push donation goals and things like that. It was like, oh, if I was good at that, I wouldn't be struggling to make $100 on my own streams. Am I the only person who watches tornado videos? Possibly, but Beast of Days. I mean, we could run it right after I get off stream if you want to. What do you want to play? You want to play honor mode? What are you looking to do? Have you ever played the game before? I want to get Spaceman. I want to get Space Marine too. Like I think it's on my on my list. Where's my wish list at? Like I got Avowed up there. Dragon Ruins 2, Super Mutant League Football. I'm waiting for Fart Souls to be cheap. Stalker 2, I'm waiting for that to be on sale. Wait for this to go on sale. Fossil Fuel's a game I want to play on stream one day. There's a Silent Hill game. Yeah, Space Marines, they're always full price. And see, I'm like a $20 and under type guy. Which I don't know why this is still on there. because I bought Cronus the New Dawn at full price. I'm waiting for that to go back on sale. I have no mouth, but I must scream. That's my wish list right now. Like, nothing ever goes on sale that's worth a fuck, though. What's your Discord? So you can hit me up when you're ready. I mean, you can jump into my Discord. Like, it's in the description. Same goes for just bought Zelda Breath of the Wild for $80 yesterday. I got mine with the Switch because I bought Kelly her first Switch used, and it came with Breath of the Wild. And then we bought her OLED Switch, and we just had Breath of the Wild. My big thing with Space Marine 2 is I want to learn Warhammer lore. I know it's nerdy ass shit, but so is Dungeons and Dragons. But like Warhammer 40K has so much like influence on almost everything else in video games. Like I feel like I should learn like the gods like Nurgle and stuff like that. And like I love StarCraft, and StarCraft basically is Warhammer 40K meshed with like, you know, Starship Troopers. It's just two things stole from and they created StarCraft. No, I bought Kelly like a regular Switch, and it came with like 3 games. It came with like Tetris, a boxing game, and Breath of the Wild. This was during like 2020, and then the OLED Switch came out, and I bought her that. And we traded in the base Switch for that, and we have Breath of the Wild. I don't know. I got a PS5 for multiplayer games and a PC. I switched to my Switch 2 just to play games during the week with zero brain mode. See, I hate that part of like where it's like you got to do zero brain mode. Like I understand it though, because that's my Dark Souls time, right? Like Dark Souls to me is my zero brain games. Like when I don't want to think about anything I'm doing, I play Dark Souls. That's usually why I always play Dark Souls when I'm like super depressed and I don't have anything else to stream. Mainly because I can play Dark Souls passively. I don't need to really think about what I'm doing. But I also want to be engaged with the game that I'm playing. So like if it's a game where like, for example, like combat has nothing right left. Like there's no thought process I had to put into combat whatsoever. I get bored with it quickly. And that's the reason I usually play games on the hardest setting, because I want to. It's not so much I want to prove that I'm a good gamer. It's more than likely I want to have to engage in all the systems. I want to hit brick walls. Like I want to look at something and be like, okay, I lost here. How can I not lose? Like to me, that's the interesting aspect of video gaming. Let's see. Cupcake was one of the worst games I ever played. Oh, Cuphead. Pure because I felt so zoned in so much. Yeah, it can be overwhelming. And like I remember, I don't know if you remember when I did Battlefield 6, the only video I did on it was I named it Battlefield 6 Will Bleed Players. Well, actually, I did 3 Battlefield 6 videos, and that still stands up. And the reason I think Battlefield 6 was going to bleed players, and it did, I was right. And And I'm not trying to say like, oh, you're right. Oh, players are going to quit playing. Every game goes through that. No, I was saying it was going to lose a huge swath of his player base because the game was too to do well in that game and succeed. It takes too much concentration and understanding of what's happening. Too much, right? There's too many snipers. There's too many tanks. There's too much easy shit to fuck you up at any given time, right? Like for somebody to do well in that game, and feel good about themselves, they have to be too engaged to play it, right? You got to know every line of snipe from every sniper. You got to know how to counter the snipers. You had to get from point A to point B. I know how to do all of that, and even I have games where I die 15 times. Indy donated $10. Why don't you try Final Fantasy 14 online? A lot of the times with like online games like Final Fantasy 14 Indy, I'm afraid that I'll enjoy them and want to put all this time into a game that nobody fucking likes. Like I'm going through that right now with Baldur's Gate 3. The last month and a half, I've wanted to play nothing but Baldur's Gate 3. And nobody wants to watch me play it on stream. So like anytime I'm playing it off stream where I'm not doing anything with it, I feel like I'm failing Kelly. I feel like I'm not working towards my future and other things like that. And it's just, to me, it's like a huge sink of time I'm just wasting. And I feel like there's certain games, like they're not going to be popular enough to stream. Why get into them? It is an amazing game. The problem is it's an incredibly good game. The problem is to stream a game like Baldur's Gate 3, you have to have an entire audience centered around it. Because there's a good swath of people. Like I average anywhere between 200 to 350 people on my stream, depending on what I play. And I would say probably like 70 people out of those 350 might be interested in Baldur's Gate 3, and you'll have another 100 that will show up just to show up because they're here for me. Yeah, it's about finding that balance. And like, I'm not good at finding that balance. I have an addictive personality. So anytime I find something I actually fucking enjoy, I go autistic with it. Like, like, look at my hours in Baldur's Gate right now. Like I've put like 300 hours into it in the last month and a half. Hey, Trey Pack. David says that he doesn't play games anymore because he turned 18 and became a man. Am I getting Crimson Desert? I don't know. Real men play video games. Some people take it to a level that's detrimental, like me. Right? Like like honestly, I don't like neglect like housework and stuff like that, but like some dudes will. Like the way I tackle housework personally is I don't have kids, so like that's a whole different animal there. But like to make sure that I'm not making Kelly do all the housework, I spend like an hour a day being like, okay, we got an hour. We're gonna go clean something in the house, right? We're gonna either I don't really wash dishes or clothes. That's not me. I don't wash dishes, clothes, or sweep floors, and all that isn't because it's a sexist thing. It's because my stomach is so big it hurts my fucking back to bend over. But like clean countertops, clean the stove, gather all the dishes, wipe countertops down, dust, pick up stuff off the floor, change animal litter, that kind of stuff. Try to do as much as you can. Fold clothes. I try to do an hour a day. Why did I say that a ladyboy asking for a picture with me was embarrassing? because this was after the whole page 5 debacle. And I'm like, is this going to be used against me? Because like I try to treat everybody with like respect, and like if they want to come hang out and they want a picture, I give them a picture, right? And like I just thought it was like, okay, am I getting set up with this one, right? Because like here's a picture of me with like an obvious dude in full dress, and like this is going to go somewhere on the internet. And it's never appeared again. Like I don't know where, I don't know what happened to that picture. Am I just somebody that actually liked me as a person? This was in England too. I I could see how it could be used to harass me. I, if you want the TV, you can have it, Charles. I don't know what I'm doing with that TV back there. Like the idea, here's the idea, right? In my head, I've always wanted an aquarium back here. But I have a house cat, so I can't have an aquarium back here because Grayson will come and eat the fucking fish, right? So like this in my head, I was gonna just like put an aquarium back here, and just like show fish on the aquarium on the TV, right? The issue is, um, I didn't get a, I didn't, I got too cheap of a TV, and it didn't have the anti glare coating, so you see the lights in it. Like there's a light there, there's a light there. Like it's also slow as fuck. Every time I open this bitch. I bought this TV so wrong. Like something like this. And I was just gonna have like fish back there. And something just to watch. Yeah, it's a 4K TV. It's a 4K LG TV. But it's like one of those $200 specials that I bought during Black Friday. And I bought the LG over like the Hisense, thinking like, oh, LG is a better brand than Hisense, right? Nah, that motherfucker sucks. That's a terrible fucking TV. And everybody's like, oh, you bought the TV too fucking small. I'm like, dog, I got a 47 inch. That's a 47 or 48-inch TV. It's just on the back wall back there. And like, I'd have to get like a 70-inch TV to be a huge thing. But that was the concept of the TV itself. Turn the lights down. But that was the concept. That also I wanted to be like put stuff on there, like I could link my phone to it, and like show pictures and stuff on stream. And like, if you go back and look at some of the early locale stuff, I had like Santa themed stuff and shit like that back there. It was a thought process. Like part of me wants to remove like this whole couch. Let you guys see Bailey. Part of me wants to like remove this whole couch again and remove the TV and do something else back here. I have no clue. She does that. Been working on fixing that. Someone learning other than someone min-maxing. Yeah. Yeah, Bailey's just sitting back there. She's chilling. Bailey's always around here. Like Bailey's either here or she's down here under my feet because I have like her dog bed and toys down here. When does Bailey sleep? When one of us are in bed. Like the reason Bailey's in here right now is because Kelly just got up to go. She took a extra shift at work today, and so she just went to do that. And I'm not in bed, so she's not going to be in bed. So like anytime we're in bed, she's asleep. And my controllers are all on my desk. I got like 3 of them right here. It is currently 4:16 a.m. The problem with moving my lights around is my lights are actually attached to my desk. So they're like almost viced onto my desk. So like I'd have to pull my entire desk back and like get behind it and like adjust the lights and move them around. She doesn't like Brooks Hyperion. She only wants ghosts. I've gotten her 3 pairs of Brook Ghost, and what ends up happening is she'll find a new pair of Brook Ghost that'll be like themed. Like here's Ariel Brook Ghost, and she'll want those. It's like, dude. I mean, I can turn the lights off. This is lights off, but like you see how the static is taking over. Like you kind of try to make it so even it out. I think this is the best of both worlds. So you don't get like all the static from like not having any kind of light. Would I ever buy some Jordans? Nah, dog. No. To me, like I look at shoes like some people look at cars. Shoes for me are 100% functional. I don't care what's on the side of them, what they look like. I generally just get a pair of black shoes that match everything. Like that's my concept with shoes. Like I never look at them as part of an outfit. Nah, I don't like like I used to be a Skechers guy. I like Skechers with the memory foam, but they only last like 8 months. They last 6 to 8 months depending on how much you use them. And like I've been on the same pair of Brooks now for 2 years and they still look brand new. Like Brooks is just another level of quality over Skechers. Like if you've never tried Brooks, Give them a shot, dude. They're such a high quality shoe. There she goes again. Like we've been giving her oatmeal baths, but what she needs to go to the vet and get her shot. Like she gets like allergic skin. I wear 11 wide. I wore 11 wide. Thank you, MGT. Bailey hates a BATH too. Like she fucking just despises it. I use the Beast. I don't know if they're here now. They're not here. I use the Brooks Beast. Like they're so fucking nice. Like as for a fat motherfucker, like generally as a big dude, when I walk in a shoe, that the shoe will kind of get warp sided for like me like doing this number because all fat dudes like waddle. It's like when you're a big ass dude like me, you do this number right here when you're standing still. You're slowly shifting your weight back and forth, and you do this so like you don't keep all the weight on your knee at all times. You kind of just kind of like you're just kind of like you start to do it passively. It's just a way of like shifting your weight from one leg to the other so that they don't have to both be locked in this position. Because when you're in this position, it starts to fuck with your back. So what ends up happening with me is like my shoes will start to warp. Brooks ain't done that yet. I've had him almost 2 years. Yeah, Bailey's a Shih Tzu. Bailey is one of the wedding gifts I gave to Kelly. Bailey. My baby girl. Say hi. I'm a baby. Mm. Who's a good puppy? You want to go down? Mm. No, Bailey does not have breathing problems. She doesn't like to be put down, though. She wants to be held. Like she's sitting there at my feet right now, wanting me to pick her back up. Yeah, she growls in protest. She does it every time I try to put her down. And she just has to accept fate. Let's see what else we're told. Does it? It does not have breathing problems. Bailey's not really a flat-faced dog. Like what she has itchy skin problems. Like I don't know if you ever had a Shih Tzu, they get itchy skin problems. You got to take them to the shot. You got to take them to the vet, and the vet requires to give them a $65 shot. And if it's been over a year, you got to get them. You got to get them inoculated and a visit before the vet will give you the shot. So then it's $200 a shot. Like I've always said this, every time you get an animal, each animal costs $1,000 a year. That's why you should just factor it in. Bailey is, we got Bailey the same time we got married, so she's almost 6 years old. Bailey was 7 weeks old when I got her when I bought her as a gift for Kelly. How's Bongo doing? He's doing much better. Like we took Bongo to the vet 2 months ago, and he had an ear infection, and we got his ear infection fixed up. It picked his personality up big time. Like he was kind of like mopey and didn't want to like come eat his food. As soon as we cleared that ear infection up, man, he's back to almost like puppy Bongo. Obviously, he's got some bad hips on him, but like he's as close to puppy Bongo as you're gonna get. Like you can see him running and playing again. I think if you want to go look, because I posted a picture of Bongo recently on my personal X. So let's look at the X. There we go. Here's where I got honor mode completed. Here's a picture. I got Grayson's hair all over my hat. Here's a picture of Bongo. See, people are complaining that we didn't get him a proper dog bed. His dog bed's right underneath him there. But he likes the pillows. He's an old man. He likes the motherfucking pillows. It's the trail boss. This is a picture of Lakari and EDP 445 giving each other a high five. Here's Dr. Gray. Me and Kelly doing our watermelon cosplay. Here's the picture that fucking Legoat loves. Here's Whataburger in North Carolina. Like, see, like this is Whataburger before this actually is only in North Carolina. Whataburger's not allowed in North Carolina because this place right here was open forever. And they're all right. I mean, like you could tell that they use like Cisco foods to get their beef patties and stuff like that. They're all right. They're kind of expensive. They're cash only. So we took that trip. This is me and Mr. Bubbles watching TV. Oh damn, I ain't posted a lot lately. This is what we do every year. Me and Kelly take a bunch of book bags. Obviously, we take the book bags off the trailer. We just threw them on the trailer for the picture at this point. We take all this and we box it up and we take it to the children's home. I generally spend about $1,500 a year doing charity, and I usually get footballs, basketballs, teddy bears, because like there's a mixture between boys and girls, so you want a little bit of everything. And I try to get like Columbia hoodies and things of that nature to give away to the children. So if you donate to Wings, a portion of your donation most likely is going to go to the children's home here in South Carolina. It's just something I do. I do that, and I do the Santa Claus for the elderly every year. When did I get the Trail Boss? About 3 years ago. I got it about 3 years ago. It's a 2021 Silverado Trail Boss in satin metallic steel satin metallic. It's got the Z71 package. It's got it's an LT, so it's got the LED headlights and stuff like that, and it's got the 6.2 with the 10 speed. So your boy has got all kinds of extra warranties on it. that red face, they think I do that for publicity. Like I earn some type of like credit for it. Hey, Andy, thank you for the $5, man. Thank you so much. What is my biggest like and dislike about the Trail Boss? I love everything about the Trail Boss except that it eats back brakes. The way the Trail Boss works is the way the braking system on the Trail Boss and probably any newer vintage Silverado is that they want to keep the truck from nosediving when you press the brakes. Because normally on a regular ass car, the front brakes do 70 or 80% of the stopping, and the back brakes just pick up whatever's left. Right. So when you have to slam on brakes, the nose of the truck will go like this, and you'll kind of like almost hydroplane sometimes. To alleviate that, engineers have made it so like it initiates back brakes more than the front brakes. So like it now is like a 40-60 system. The problem is they've never actually pushed the back brakes or made them thicker to compensate for that. Donald Gaskins, love. That's a weird name. Bongo Comfort Fund. Thank you for the $40, man. Thank you so much. People saying they want to trade in. You want to trade my Chevy Silver for a newer truck? Don't do it. Don't do it. They're not worth it. Donald Gaskins was a guy that was a serial killer here in South Carolina. His name is Pee Wee Gaskins. And like he killed like 6-7 motherfuckers. Like he's like South Carolina's known serial killer. The problem, and like back to the brakes on the Silverado, the problem with it is you're going to put a set of brakes, back brakes on that thing every 40,000 miles. Thank you for the $40, man. Thank you so much. No, Angry Grandpa didn't chill with Pee Wee Gaskins. Like he was more from upstate South Carolina than the coast. He might have knew him. What's my thoughts on the 5.7 Hemi? Depends on what vintage you're looking at. You're looking at MSD Hemis, or you're looking at Mercedes Hemis, or you're looking at like Daimler Chrysler Hemis. Like they're all about the same, right? They're generally a good motor, honestly. Like they don't do gas mileage, right? They just don't. It's like the 5.7 iForce just doesn't get gas mileage. They tend to break a lot of intake manifolds, especially on the driver's side. And they have lifter failure. The MSD, which stands for like multi-sequential displacement, basically has the same thing GM has. They have these 2-piece lifters in them, and they fail. Like, but almost every V8 on the market today, even the Ford now has some sort of like cylinder deactivation technology. They do it all a little bit differently, but they all do it. You can't say shit transmissions. Like they use ZF Solutions 8-speed. The 8-speed transmission that Dodge puts in the Ram is probably the most stout transmission in the full size market. Period. Like as much as I'm a Dodge hater, right? I look at Dodge as like the poor man's truck, right? Because the people that drive Dodge do it for, most people that drive Dodge trucks are either elderly people, or they're people with bad credit, or they're people living above their means. And the reason I say this with these three are the dynamics of people that buy Dodge is because Dodge is a subprime car dealer, right? If you got nothing for a way of money, credit, or reputation, Dodge will finance you. Like that's why like the number one DUI vehicle in the world is a Dodge Ram, or a Ram 1500. They dropped the Dodge part of it. Yeah, they're cheaply made. Like they are cheaply made, but see, the one thing that Stellantis has done is they realize they can't make transmissions. So they don't make transmissions anymore. They buy them from a company called ZF Solutions. And ZF Solutions also made the 8 and 10 speed in GM, but they the GM and Ford, which they went in together to buy the 10 speed from the ZF Solutions. They changed certain things, like everything they changed ends up failing on them, right? Like you have valve bodies failing on the GM side. You have that canister sleeve. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, but there's basically like this big shell that sits in the 10 speed on the Ford side that ends up cracking up the side of it because they make them cheaper to make more profit off of them. So like ZF Solutions makes these very stout transmissions with a good full metal valve body, and a GM will come in and be like, let's change these valves to aluminum to make them cheaper because we're going to sell 1 million of them. If we sell 1 million of them and we make $10 off, this 10 million extra dollars that we're going to put in our pocket, right? So that's what ends up happening. But like almost all, like ZF Solutions makes a good product, and Dodge is the only one that doesn't fuck with it. I don't have a Raptor. I have a 21 Trail Boss. I just told you. 21 Trail Boss. Let's look here. This is Kelly going out in her kayak. It's being blurry. I didn't think it was going to be this damn blurry. Hold on. But no, that's my truck. Dude, I wish I could get a Raptor. Like, Raptor's the king of trucks, right? But like Raptors have a lot of issues, especially the Raptor I want. Like I want like a 2018 Raptor, right? Like I love that generation of Raptor, but like it has cam phaser issues and all the other stuff. It has the early 10-speed transmission that has the CF shell that fucks in it. And then like if you need shocks on a Raptor, it's like $4,000. Like that's the problem when you get into those really nice trucks. You got to stay in your fucking lane. It's kind of like women. All women are expensive. Find one in your price range. Like, well, like my Trail Boss has all kinds of issues. Like it has the 6.2 in it, and the 6.2 right now is going on has an issue where like the crankshaft bearings eat themselves, and the GM's answer to this was going to thicker oil, and they give you a 150,000 mile warranty. So if the engine eats itself in 150,000 miles, GM will put a new engine in until you reach 150,000 miles. I'm still in my first engine, but like it doesn't give me faith in my truck. And then you have valve body issues in the 10 speed, and my truck has the 10 speed too. So, and they recently made that 150,000 miles. So if the valve body kills itself in your transmission for 150,000 miles, GM will give you a new transmission. Like that's where it's at with that. What trucks do I recommend? If you're, and I'm gonna limit this just to light duty trucks because like heavy duty trucks, I only recommend one, and that's the Duramax. Light duty trucks, if you're going Chevrolet, I would go with the 2.7 or the 5.3. The 2.7 only comes with the 8-speed, but but if you're going to get the 2.7, get a brand new 2.7 with the updated 8-speed. And I'd go with the 5.3 with the 10-speed. It doesn't matter what kind of trim you'd want with it if you want to go in that situation. If you're going with Ford, the only answer to the Ford is the 2.7 V6 twin turbo. Like that, that's the only motor I would actually buy. The Coyote has a lot of issues now, especially the new Coyote, and like older Coyotes you could get. Like if you get Gen 3, 1 through 3, those are fine. right? But the new, if you're getting brand new, I would go with the 2.7. Honestly, I'd go with the 2.7 from 2016 onward because like it's always a good motor. But 2016 is going to have the most issues. But the 2.7 EcoBoost is their best motor for the F-150. With Dodge, Hurricane hasn't had a problem yet. Like I can't, nobody, but they haven't been out very long. But the Hurricane hasn't had an issue yet. I'd probably still get the Hemi because like the Hemi's just, it's just going to get 200,000 miles for you. Because like the gas mileage savings is not that much. Like you know people look, because for example, I got to put 93 octane into the Trail Boss, and people are like, oh, putting 93 octane must suck because it's like $3.30 a gallon. It's usually like 70 cents more a gallon, but if you do the math, it's like $200 or $300 extra a year. Filthy. I don't want to say what my first vehicle is because there's most likely a question somewhere out there on one of my profiles that asks me what my first vehicle is. So I don't really give that answer out very much. Oh, to Toyota? Well, if you get the iForce, you're good, but the new one has issues. The 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, it's having issues right now. Dr. Gray's come to help us. Yeah, the 4-cylinder Tacoma's having issues, and the V6 Tundra is having issues. And the Tacoma's also having transmission issues. So, like, Toyota's living off of, like, old, like, credibility at this point. Yeah, the 4-cylinder Tacomas are having issues. They're not catastrophic issues, but they're having them. They're not like, oh, I'm on the side of the road. You want that early 2000s Tacoma? You can get Tacoma's a good truck from like 88 all the way up to like 2020. Like a B6 Tacoma, that's just bulletproof, man. Like they're kind of boring, and their cruise control sucks. I hate the way Toyota does cruise control on most of their models. We have that little stalk that you got to press. Don't like that at all. But it's vanilla ice cream, but it'll work. Your first car was a Mitsubishi Lancer? Dog, why you miss that car? Don't buy cars for people that killed Americans. Mitsubishi built planes that bombed Pearl Harbor. Ain't ever getting my money. Ain't ever getting my money. I don't care what movie they want to be in. Cars with shapes and not cookie cutter generic shapes. What do you mean, Hopkins? I understand it's what you could afford. That's where most people get their cars, right? It's what you could afford. But I could never see myself buying any brand new Mitsubishi. Like if I was president, they wouldn't be able to sell in my country. Well, I mean, like most Chevy trucks are made in Mexico. Mine particularly, my trail boss is made in Indiana, but like the vast majority of them are made in Mexico. Like my red truck was made in Mexico. That pissed me off. With like the problem, what I hated the most is like when you got down underneath it and you looked at the frame rail, there was this big sticker that says "Made in Mexico" right there. It's like, you motherfuckers! I had to rip that bitch off, pretend it didn't exist. In Indiana live, like people make fun of my trail boss because of the interior, like because I have the old interior of my trail boss, but that's the one I wanted because I like the new interior. That just seems like it's something to fail. My wife's interior is like the new Silverado, where it's like the digital gauge cluster and digital everything's touchscreen. It's like when this fails, it's going to cost money. There he goes. God of War. People who work at Mitsubishi didn't bomb Pearl Harbor. I feel you. I feel you. The drug dealer that mixed fentanyl with the heroin and did it wrong didn't mean to kill you either. He wanted you to be a repeat customer. Don't reward bad behavior. My favorite Watch House song, The Wolves. Dog, when I'm driving my car, I need two things. I need a thumpity stereo system and a cruise control. That's it. I'm happy as a clam. I don't need to be able to watch TV on my motherfucking on my stereo system. I don't need to do that. I don't need TVs in the back of my truck. None of that. As long as the music plays good and I can listen to talk radio and it has cruise control, I'm happy usually. Yeah, test it up, Redface. We already talked about bands, but like I've been into country folk a lot lately. You drive in complete silence. I can't drive in complete silence. I don't know. You said you had a trail boss too, but mine has on the B pillar of the driver's side where the seatbelt goes into. There's a tapping noise. It goes. I don't know how to get the fuck rid of it. And also the tires go. So like driving in silence just annoys me. So I got to listen to my music or something. That's not my lifters, bud. I know what lifters sound like. Look at there, the Chewy. See, like, you know that motherfucker is doing that right there and being malicious. Thank you for the £2. Learning to play an instrument? I'm glad you asked. Hold up. Be right back. Oh. Oh. needs to be tightened. But I bought this bad boy 10 years ago. And I've always wanted to learn how to play it. And I've never learned. I found out that these fingers right here, they love to lay on some strings. And I can't ever get these fingers strong enough to not lay on strings. I've always wanted to learn how to play this bad boy. I've always kept it. I've never learned how to play it. You're right. There's a pick in the string. John Henry told the captain, a man ain't nothing but a man. Before I lose to this old steam drill, I'll die with a hammer in my hand. Die with a hammer in my hand. Oh. What? The old fucking John Henry song? I actually learned that song from Wasteland 2. Like, I remember stopping dead in my tracks when they started singing that shit. I was like, holy shit, hold up, that's fucking fire. I don't know, like music's a huge part of my life. Like honestly, like I love music so much. Like one of the things I did with like some of my local money was I built like this huge like music listening like room with like an OLED TV in it. I call it my theater room. Um and like I sit in that room all the time when I'm sad and just listen to music. And it's like, oh my lord, like if music wasn't a part of my life, my life would be so much worse. Mount Rushmore of albums. I don't know about Mount Rushmore, but I can give you like 3 or 4 right now off the top of my head that's like, okay, these are some of the best things that you've ever listened to. The number one album that affected my life as a young man was The Downward Spiral by 9 Inch Nails. That was the number one album because I did a video of the top 10 albums of all time that influenced me, and The Downward Spiral was the number one by 9 Inch Nails. Number 2 was Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness by the Smashing Pumpkins. Like both of those kind of set in the same genre or the same set, whereas like I needed they filled a void in my life when I needed it the most. And number 3 on this list is going to be in the same vein. As you're going to see a pattern. It's Turnpike Troubadours, The Price of Admission. Like that, the entire album is a masterpiece. Like 1 through 12 is just. Yeah, I think Melancholy and Infinite Sadness is better than Siamese Dream. There's other albums that I'm afraid to admit that I've played a lot, and like I could when I hear them, I'm transported back to a time in my life. And one of those albums, and this is gonna catch people off guard, it's The Green Book by Twisted. Twisted is like an offshoot, like Insane Clown Posse band, but they made an album called The Green Book. And like I listened to the album so fucking much when I was a pizza delivery driver. So like I look so fondly back when I was a young man doing pizza delivery, because like I think every young man should do pizza delivery at some point in their life. It's such a fun job that doesn't feel like a job, that gets you into the workforce, right? Like if you, and like all I did was like drive around listening to fucking Meshuggah and like fucking Twisted and shit like that, and just vibe. Coulter Wall, I like a couple Coulter Wall songs, but I'm not crazy about him. Like I like Sleeping on the Blacktop. Like that's the one I have in my playlist, Sleeping on the Blacktop. Um, well, you get tired of you. Like I worked for Domino's back in the day. You get tired of motherfucking pizza quick. I was going to say like the fifth album was actually a Nirvana album, but it's kind of like a Nirvana Meat Puppets album. I really love Nirvana live. Right, Kurt Cobain in like '92 or '93 did a MTV live session, and he did it with the Meat Puppets, which is a band from the '80s, like a grunge band, and he did a lot of Meat Puppet songs. Chill out, baby. And he did some Nirvana songs, because like a lot of Nirvana songs didn't play acoustic well, but the Meat Puppet songs did. So he did it with the band Meat Puppets instead of his band Nirvana, because he they knew how to play the songs on acoustic already. Fun fact about that particular concert and that concert album, Kurt Cobain was a horrible heroin addict at this point. Like, I'm not saying horrible like a horrible person, but like he was deep into like addiction. And there was like a rehearsal they were going to do before they shot the actual thing, and Kurt Cobain was on the floor, passed out, couldn't even speak. So like one of the MTV like executives had to run down the street in New York City and find somebody with heroin and buy heroin for Kurt Cobain and come back and give it to him. And this took place at the same time they were supposed to be rehearsing the unplugged version of the event. So what you're seeing is Kurt Cobain doing heroin, waiting 15 minutes, and then coming out and doing this set unprepared. And like one thing I enjoy about Nirvana, and especially like with like live, is like Kurt Cobain came out with raw emotion. Like you can't mimic that. And the AI will never mimic that. Well, here's the thing. Like one of my favorite band all the time right now is Turnpike Troubadours. It used to be Mastodon, which I didn't name a single Mastodon album. If I had to name a Mastodon album, like um it would be Leviathan, but obviously like not very many people will like Leviathan. It's a very particular taste in music to like Mastodon. But Turnpike Troubadours, and they're led by a guy named Ethan Felker, and he's a hardcore alcoholic. And like almost all his songs are about his addiction and his life. And to me, to like make good music, you got to be flawed. Almost every musician that I look at and be like in awe has led a life that people would thumb their nose at. Like almost all of them have some sort of addiction. They've all went through struggles. They're on like fourth or fifth marriages. Like it takes a flawed person to make beautiful music. Like one of the best rappers of the current generation was Juice World. And Juice World's last album, he had a song called Wishing Well. Like he basically said that he don't do the drugs do him, and that he knows that the drugs are gonna kill him in the song itself. And it's like they ended up doing it. See you, Charles. Have a good night, man. Oh, people are saying the Epstein file that Kurt Cobain was murdered. I I will agree with you there, Bluecrest. Juice World did die in a way that shouldn't have happened. Like, honestly, if I'm Juice World and all these motherfuckers are leeching off of me, and I know the police are about to go arrest my ass, and I got this pocket full of whatever I had, y'all gonna take the L. Like, line up. Everybody's taking some. Everybody getting some. We're all high today. We're all going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time. It's time to earn your motherfucking money. Oh, the David shit. Isn't that the guy who like killed like this girl and like had her in the trunk of his car and made a song about it? Chris Cornell's dead? Hold up. Yeah, he is dead, huh? Do I like System of a Down? Yeah. Why wouldn't I like System of a Down? They make music that fulfills into it's like System of a Down makes music based around my philosophical beliefs. Chris Cornell died in 2017, so he died. It says May 18th, 2017, in Detroit, Michigan. I didn't know he died. How old was he? 52. Oh, Temple of a Dog. Of the Dog. I fucking love Temple of the Dog. Audio Slave, Soundgarden. Like a lot of these just get mixed up with the wrong people because they get into drugs. Bailey, baby girl. Go to the other room, please. No, music's a vibe, dude. You know what always bothers me? I hang out with Kelly a lot when she's at work, and like she gets put on hold all the fucking time at work. And like there's that music that they play that's always like some sort of like violin or like maybe a little horn. It's like, who writes that music? Like, do you sit down and write like I'm gonna write a 15-minute horn solo just so they play it on so they'll buy it to play it on like the hold call? We're probably going to get off here in a second, David. Because Bailey needs to go get her bath today. I said the word. She's going to run now. What's Kelly's favorite song? Oh. God, she's going to get mad at me if I don't get this right. I don't know. I don't know what her favorite song is. Like, I want to say it's like Jolene by Dolly Parton, but I know that's not the correct answer. And I don't know enough Carrie Underwood. She listens to a lot of Carrie Underwood. She listens to Casting Crowns, Kelly Underwood. She recently got me into a guy named Dan Seals. He's like an 80s country guy. Oh, I'd love a mushroom pizza. But it's 5 o'clock in the morning. He get no mushroom pizza at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd love to do those kind of streams, Richie Dubs. Absolutely love it, but like you can't do that on YouTube. I've never got into the Grateful Dead. Like I've tried multiple times. Maybe you got to be on acid to listen to it. I've never found a Grateful Dead. I'm like, oh man, this is a vibe. I do not stream on Kick. I stream only on YouTube right now, but I need to multi-stream. But I said we're ending soon, so we're losing viewers. I want to give a big thank you out there to Donald for the $40 donation. Thank you. Thank you, Indy, for the $20 donation. Thank you as well. And 25, I'm sorry. Thank you, Chewy, for the 2. Thank you, Ian, for the 2. Thank you, Mizuk, for the 2. Oh, I messed this in completely. Like Etro Ari Styles, check out Tormented Souls 1 and 2. I'll have to do that. BRS, thank you, Big Hoodlum. Thank you, DLAMA, for the 2. Thank you, Burn Goat, for the 1. Thank you, Hold My Nan, for the 38. And thank you to Force for the 10. Hope everybody had a good time. Get some sleep, boys. I see you guys.